Hello, my name is Sagat. We are playing Road to the Worrier 4, and today we're still messing with the bees. We are gonna be making a few different ones today. The first one we're gonna make is a pewter bee. That is a lead and an iron bee bred together, and we'll need this pewter blend from Eidolon Repraised. That'll cook up into pewter. That's what we're going to use to fertilize the bee. Now, thermal adds a number of metals, and we're going to want to make bees for all of them. The first one, we happen to have a lead bee and a diamond bee out there in our breeding area, so we're going to grind up some lead and some diamonds into Enderium blend. We can use ender pearls. Smelt this up into Enderium. We make the bee with the diamond bee and the lead bee, and so on. There's also Invar we've already seen. Electrum we've already seen. There's also Signalum, which is copper, silver, and redstone. There is Lumium, which is tin, silver, and glowstone. They all have their corresponding bees. We're going to make them all. Now we gotta find a mason bee. I haven't been able to get one to spawn. There's like one or two places where I think they spawn. One of them is gonna kind of force us to try to deal with that one lightning dragon again. Like either spawn high up or like near deserts. Might be near deserts. There's nothing in here. Okay, this is a reed bee. They spawn in stone. Oh, hello. They spawn in stone nests and they spawn in reed nests. Oh, there's like serpents everywhere. Oh, here's what I'm looking for. There's a leaf cutter bee. Come here, you. Oh, uh-oh. I think it's right up here, folks. Let's see, what kind is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh no, those are Nagas. Crying out loud, I don't want to fight Nagas. You guys have like a poison thing going? Oh, come on. These are from Alex's. I hate hurting stuff from Alex's, even if it's hostile. The models are so beautiful. Come on. Let's go with this. Oh, there's the dragon. It's way over here. I think this is a fire beastie. Yeah. Not that bad. Alright. Yeah, we got some fire. But you can always mitigate fire. Oh. Ho ho. We got the hot foot. Oh, uh-oh. Oh no. A few too many things going on at once here. I'm just kind of dogfighting it here. Get a hit in every so often. There we go. Alright. Let's see, we can get under this thing. I don't know if it'll settle on the ocean. But let's see if we can... Oh, for crying out loud, there's drowns. It's always something, folks. Oh, there's a ton of them. Oh my gosh, why? All we're missing is a sea serpent. Alright, this isn't what I was trying to do out here, but it's definitely what we're doing. Let's gather all this up. Now, breeding isn't the only way to get new bees. We can get the emerald and the endarium from breeding with diamond bees, but with bee conversion, there's all kinds of different things that we can get. We could start, I think... Oh, hello. Who are you? You're an ashy mining bee. Okay. Oh, we could start with moonstone. This is material from Ars Magica Legacy, which we'll certainly be using. We'll want 2 blocks. So the way this works is pretty simple. Let's get all the different bees' attention here. You can do this with children or adults. You just right-click the bee in question with the item in question. Oh, it did not work. Okay. It's because we had the flowers in hand. It fed the flower to the bee. So there's that. But now we got our moonstone bee, and there's all kinds of other bees that we can make that way, and I'm gonna do it. Now we can do that with rose quartz from Create, which I guess we do that with blocks of rose quartz. Okay, we do it in a stone cutter, and we'll get 2. I don't know that I've ever seen this block before. Yeah, okay. It only works on grown bees. Okay, we can't transmute the babies. Now there are a couple of bees that will only spawn by stealing another bee's nest. We're looking for a nomad bee, which will, you know, the text says it lays its eggs, but it really just kind of spawns in the nest of an ashy mining bee. So we got 2 in here. We're gonna hope it works. The other one is the neon cuckoo bee, which we found one by chance, but it works on a similar mechanic, just with a different bee. Now, while there is no penalty to leaving these full of honey, we do need some. And it's my hope that we'll be able to just go draw out of this tank with bottles. We shall see. Now we could just go up and put the bottles in the hives. Okay, that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to go put the bottles just in the hives. Alright. I think we'll get, I'm trying to upgrade the apiary, but okay. We're gonna have to set something up to bring honey into the base and bottle it. Now we're accumulating bees to the point that our centrifuges can't keep up with all the honeycombs, so we're gonna make some more upgrade bases. We'll need some more honey treats. Here we go. And a treat. Very nice. We're gonna want 4 of these bases. Right? And then that's productivity, which is very good. But it's speed that we want right now. Okay, we're still low on gold, but we can make 3 of these things. Here we go. Alright. Oh, we can make 2 of these things. Okay. Alright, well, 2's more than none. We can pop one right in here. And 20% is no joke. Of course, we have 4 upgrade slots, so keep that in mind. And also, there's 2 centrifuges, which are much better. We just don't really have power down here yet. And to deal with our gold problems in the short term, we're gonna finish clearing out this dungeon. We got 2 more levels here. That ought to do us pretty good. Oh, that's good news. I hear a zombie. It's somewhere. Oh, it's over there. Hello. So the Heart of the Golem is a great spell stone. Creepers everywhere down here, and I don't have my cat slippers. You can see what they do if you hold shift. We get some damage, some knockback resistance, a little bit of armor. If we don't have any armor on, we get a ton of armor. See what else we can find. Okay, last level. We did okay up there. We did get a couple more clocks, a little bit of gold, but this is the nether themed one. There's a lot of redstone down here, which we could use. It's just part of the walls. Entire blocks of coal. And dangerous things. About what you'd expect. Now this room here is a good room to find. This is usually a very good chest. There are spawners up on the ceiling. I want to grab those. Let's see what we have. It's not trapped, is it? I shouldn't think so. But yeah, okay. Ooh. Now we're talking. Okay, I'm just finishing up down here. It's actually pretty large. Oh, there's another redstone. We did great with gold. We did great with redstone. How many blocks are red? 23 blocks of redstone. That's awesome. There's probably 1 or 2 more. Alright. Aha! We got a nomad bee. Just have to wait for him to come out. I'm out looking for a mason bee. I found another one of these fonts. This one's a C font? Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. What do you want to bet? Uh-huh. Okay, so 10 more we could draw out of there. Okay. Alright, we're coming out here to what I believe we're in a stony shore. We should, yeah, okay. I'm hoping that we can get the mason bees to spawn here, because I have not seen any. That we need a mob to get into. That thing's very dangerous. There's a dragon right over there. I went ahead and adjusted how close those things can spawn next to each other. This thing we don't really have to worry about. Nothing can get in or out of there. But this guy's a problem. See if we can hit him from here. I don't want to get too close and have to run, because there is a dragon over there that we're going to have to be cautious of. So that's a there we go. That's a cyclops. It will pick you up and try to eat you. Does a lot of damage. You'll often see it near sheep. It often has a lair. I don't see that this time. Now we can get a little closer to this guy, draw him over. Come on, Jack. I really don't want to get too close to another dragon. Not today. But we're going to try to close the distance here because I'm too bad a shot. These guys can break blocks. So, you know, your best strat until you have really fantastic gear is just to kind of cheese him. Okay. Let's grab that stuff and check on our bees. Oh, there's just gotta be Nagas, don't there? Crying out loud. It's like a bunch of random villagers walking around over here. This guy's coming over here. What are you guys doing? The dragon's lair is right, like, in a village. Maybe they're just running. Haha! Success! And a digger bee. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't want to pick a fight with these Nagas. Now I have the light level overlay on because we gotta put a hive down somewhere dark. This, it's, you know, it's all 0 at night here. This should allow, eventually, a skeletal bee or a zombie, to spawn, and then we'll be able to have them and breed them into things that we need. Okay, now one of the things that I want to do today is I want to make, what do we have? We have cracked, that's +1. Okay, the chipped is better, but we do have 2 cracked. We have flawed that are really good. What I'm looking for are 2 sort of garbage gems. Like this one, we probably won't use for anything. We got hard to say. What are we gonna? Okay, we'll do the other slipstream gem. What we need is a little bit of gem dust, and one way to get a little bit of it is to drop an anvil on some of those gems. There's more efficient ways, but we don't have access to them quite yet. We're about to. We're gonna grab ourselves a lava bucket here and make ourselves a salvaging table. Now we're gonna need an iron axe, and we're gonna need a pick, and it looks like a smithing table. Here we go. I guess for the time being, I don't know where any of this stuff is gonna go. I'm about to use all this space over here, but there's gonna be a wall here, so maybe we'll put it right here. Now this is Gao Gui. We can salvage gems for gem dust. We could also, yeah, here's one. We got this, this here diamond helmet, right? It's fancy. It's got stuff from Apotheosis on it. We can salvage it into the common rarity material. There are 5 of these, and we're gonna want all 5 of them. So what I would like to try to mitigate is losing all of these enchantments. So now that we got that, maybe let's immediately switch gears. With the bees, we have a source of redstone now, thank goodness. So we should think about making some serious changes over here. Okay, a little strange looking for the time being, but we will adjust that as time goes on. We're gonna start plopping machines down, like so. And what else do we have? We're gonna have some stuff that we're gonna have near the back, because we're not gonna be using it for that much. we're certainly not going to be doing any auto crafting with that. So let's see. We've got a bunch of garbage on us. What we want to get into is auto crafting and auto processing now that we have a supply of stuff coming in. It's all going to start with blank patterns. Let's see here. Blank. Well, let's just try pattern. Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. Okay, so it's just pattern. We're going to make a couple of these. It's just glass, quartz enriched iron, and redstone. We're also going to want to make a pattern grid. So I'm going to make another grid and another advanced processor. There we go. Now we're going to put this thing down probably right here. Now, this has a GUI. You put patterns in it. You don't craft with this thing, though. What you do is you program recipes in if you've never seen this before. Now, to actually make that work, we're going to need something called a crafter. And automating crafters is probably going to be one of the first things we do. We're going to need 2 advanced processors, destruction, construction, some familiar things. Okay, there it is, our first crafter. Now, by default, we're going to toss these right back here. By default, these only have 9 slots. We have extra storage, which allows us to increase the size of that greatly. We're going to upgrade immediately to an iron crafter, which will give us 27 slots. That's not bad. Now, for just regular crafting, it doesn't matter what way those things face. But for something like, we're going to need a processor. For something like processing, like running it through a machine, we are going to need to be able to turn these. And we're going to do that with the wrench, which we're going to make right now. It's a very fancy looking wrench. Here we go. And just right click. Now if we were, if you think of this as kind of an arrow with like this horizontal line being a point, that's what you want pointing into your input. Like with the blue up here, we'd want that pointing into the blue. We're going to do 2 rows of machines, and we'll have crafters pointing up and down. You'll see. We're going to need a couple more things. We're going to need some importers to import things into the system. They're just destruction cores, improved processors, and cables. We're going to make a little bit more cable, because I'm sure we're going to need it. And then, come on you. Hey, where's our, They're still over here? Where did I put them? I forgot to make the cores. I had the basic processors in there. Alright. Now this is another block that it matters what direction it's pointing. That's going to be what we want, since we have on the machines that we have an output programmed on. We're going to want one over here too. Orange for output, blue for input. Let's make sure that's not what we want. There we go. That's not what we want. There we go. And now we're going to want iron crafters for the tops of these. But since we have this and we have some patterns, we should start working on some automation. So we can throw that in there. And then we wanted to make some patterns. There's none in the system right now, so you saw it had that little craft thing there. I can pull them right out. You can pull stuff out of any grid, including this one. And now we're ready to go. So let's see, what will we actually need for crafters? Okay. all of those things. Now, when you shift-click to put stuff in, you can see what the pattern does. The pattern is a terrible example since it always looks like a pattern. So we also, what else do we have? We need to teach this thing how to make raw advanced processors and processor bindings. We're going to need to teach it how to make destruction cores and construction cores, and we're going to need the basic processor, and we're going to need the casing. Now, I made a processing recipe by mistake when we were doing all that. We will go ahead and work with that in a little bit. Now, right now, this stuff is all staying in here because these cables are just free floating. But if we connect the cables to, you know, anything, they'll get sucked right out of there, and they'll go right into the system. Now that we've given it all the parts that need to be smelting, we don't have the processing hooked up yet. It's ready to just make 3 of these, and it will do these in its separate stages, right? It'll make the construction cores and the destruction cores and the casings, and then put them all together. Now that we got them, we're just gonna put them down here. We're gonna get them facing the right direction. And you can see they're dark. We need to just run a cable like that. And now we could take our processing recipe for basic processors, and let's also do advanced processors. You see it's a check mark here for processing. All the thing really knows is that if it puts the raw basic processor in a basic processor, crying out loud, should come out. So let's say we wanted to make some glass. We have a lot of sand right now, but we could teach this thing how to, grind up cobblestone into gravel, pass it through, grind it up into sand, and then send it through over here to turn it into glass, all just by having the correct patterns with the right recipes in various crafters attached to the system. We're probably going to want some more machines, though. If we're going to add machines, our battery is probably going to need to get replaced with something that stores more. It's done a great job. We're going to have more uses for it. But what we really need is a flux cell. So here's our frame. It's just an electrum gear. We got plenty of electrum coming in. Now, for the cell itself, we're going to need a little cured rubber. We're going to get that. For now, I've got 4 buckets of water in there. We will very quickly come up with a way to automate this process, probably with thermal itself. But for now, we're just going to toss that in there. It's going to cook up into rubber. And we're going to be styling. We're just going to need a redstone flux coil. And we're probably good to go. Now, by default, these things are not the greatest. They only hold 1,000,000. But we can upgrade them just like we've upgraded all the other machines. Now, the first way we're going to do that is with integral components. And all of these take a gear. Now, we could save ourselves an iron nugget that we don't really need to save ourselves with a multi-servo press if it had one of these gear working dies. We can make a gear working die with 4 Invar plates and a diamond gear. And let's go ahead. I'm sure we have 4. Oh, we have plenty of Invar now. You gotta love productive bees, folks. Alright. Now we'll probably have several multi-servo presses. We'll have one for plates, one for gears. We need gears right now, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright. 1 gear working die. We're just gonna throw that in there. I don't think the importer will take it out, but we might be able to put it on the blacklist just in case. It's on a blacklist right now. Very good. Now let's go ahead and make some more patterns. We're gonna need them. Okay. We are gonna need to teach this thing how to make glass. And we'll start just with the simple. All we need right now is this, the sand into glass. We'll teach this thing how to make sand soon enough. Just toss this thing right up here, and we're good to go. Now when we're programming this, what we're gonna want to do is we shift click it in, but it thinks it wants a gear working die. If we shift click it out, that's what we want to do. We don't need it trying to put a gear working die in here. We already have one. Okay. So we're going to want to go farther than just the 2x. We're going to want to go all the way up to 4x. So we're going to go ahead and program in the signalum gear exactly the same way. And then the 4th gear, this resonant, this is where we're getting our Endarium ingot. We will need a special kind of glass, so we're going to want another machine for that. Now the machine in question is an induction smelter from Thermal. It's Invar gears and otherwise all very familiar things. We're going to get it set up. Now hardened glass and its variants is another thing that we could sort of make as a blend if we wanted to, you know. Oh, hello. If we wanted to do all that, or we could just go ahead and do it in the induction smelter with the sand, the nether quartz, and the obsidian. The induction smelter, sans bees, is how you would normally, like, next step, make all those alloys after the blends, but, oh my gosh, these guys. Are there more of them down here now? Okay, excuse me a minute. They've gone off to a nice finery upstate. Anyway, last tier integral components will do, this stuff, plus any of the hardened glass from Thermal. And everything's available. We can just go ahead and craft one of these bad boys up. You can see it was using the furnace a second ago. We had like 3 machines going. It's pretty cool the way refined storage does its thing. Now, one metal it looks like I didn't make a bee for is Constantin, and we need some. We're gonna have to make a bee, but it is just copper and nickel, so we can, instead of having to grind them up and then mix them together and smelt them, the induction smelter will just do this directly. We'll get our Constantin, it'll be fine. Now, while actually it's probably done, let's go ahead and grab that. Yeah, resonant integral components. Now this will increase the base of the machine by ×4, which 4 million is still under 6.4. So we want to do some more to this. I'm going to sleep through the night real quick. Now I got to make recipes for this stuff because we're probably going to end up needing quite a few of them. There's 3 flavors of these. There's a 4 times by 4 times it'll be, 4 times 4, quite a bit. And then there's 6 capacity, 2 transfer, and 6 transfer, 2 capacity. We want the highest capacity that we can get. Doesn't look like these need any plates, so we're going to go ahead and make a flux coil. And then here we go, 1 stabilized RF coil. Now, it has a base of 24 million, which is pretty good. Now we're not done. We're over here in the enchanter's hut because I wanted to see. I feel like there's an enchanting table in here. Somewhere. Not here. I thought there was an enchanting table in here. Oh, it's down here. That's right. Now I think this should be enough to, yeah, level 30. Wonderful. So, holding 5. That's, I think that's the highest holding goes in this pack. Now it'll hold 84 million forage energy in the block, and that is fantastic. Or I guess it's redstone flux again. Who knows? You know, juice powers. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the battery out. We're going to put the redstone flux cell in. We definitely want auto input. We're going to accept from there. We're going to extract from there. We have to reset this to extract. And there's really no reason not to go to the next tier of pipe upgrade. This will allow it to transfer 8,000 FE per tick, and this will fill up to 8 million. Now, we can improve. We've got, you know, like hardened integral components in here, but there's more ways that we can improve the dynamos. I'm thinking specifically of an auxiliary reaction chamber, which will, you know, for a slight cost in fuel, will increase the output by 100%. We'll need to teach the machine how to make signalum plates. We got a press for that right over here, and we'll also need to teach it how to do, oh, that's the other one. Which one? Oh no, those are the machine ones. Okay, I'm getting confused. Silver gear, I don't think this thing knows how to make yet. Nope. So we'll teach it how to make silver gears. Where are they? Here we go. Nope, I did it again. Okay. Silver gears. We'll throw those in the machines. Now, the companion to that is flux efficiency. It'll make it a little bit more efficient, and reduce the speed by 10%. So we'll increase the speed by 90% for, you know, the speed at which these produce power by 90% with these at no cost in process energy. Okay, here's our 4 chambers. We can just well, let's take a look here, right? We have right now it's doing 80 RF a tick. With this in here, it's now doing 160. It is burning a little bit more lava to get that much, not that much more. But now with our amplifiers, which we've got 2 done, we'll put one up in here. Oh, those are the wrong ones. These are for machines. It's the multi-cycle injectors that we wanted. Okay. Now it's doing 160, but it's gonna be, you know, these will balance out. It's gonna be great. Now I'm gonna teach this thing how to make a grid, because there is one other kind of grid that I would like up here. Oh, nope, it's not even, we don't even need a grid for it, but that's fine. What we want is a crafting monitor, so I'm going to make this stuff up. There we go. Now, as you might expect, the crafting monitor will allow you to see what's going on when you're trying to craft something. So if we were to, let's see if we even have the juice for this. No, we don't have quite enough electrum coming from our B. we should make some more patterns, I guess, and actually teach our induction smelter how to make electrum. Like, the bees are gonna be great, but we're gonna need this thing to know how to make some of this stuff too, because we're gonna be using a lot of some of it. Okay. We've either got or we'll be able to make everything. And we can go over here on our crafting monitor. Now, it will tell you the machine doesn't accept the item if it's processing something else in that same machine. They will queue up. It's not broken. Now, it can be very easy to lose track of the barbarians, or sometimes not be able to find them at all. Our barracks will give us the opportunity to just throw some gold in there, and for the cost of 5 ingots, next time there's a barbarian raid, they'll be highlit. Oh, we got something out here though. Okay, we got a zombie. We're gonna take this man's inside with us. You could pick these up with the bees in them, just like the hives from productive bees in the world. Now, the zombies are nocturnal, just like the skeletal bees, which is what we were really looking for. I don't know if the zombie... Oh, we got a glass blower. Nice. I don't know if there's a use for these guys in this. Yeah, okay. So we'd get a graves bee with a ghostly and a zombie, and the graves bee will get us a graves comb with which we can get graves dust. Oh, just came out. Come on, buddy. Oh, no. Awesome. Now we're gonna pop this boy right back down in the dark. Hope we get a skeletal bee. And I think that's gonna about do it for today, folks. We got an awful lot done, made a lot of progress. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.